this seems like a reasonable request on the surface. But when you understand what's going on underneath, you realize that spreadsheets are actually really bad for large language models. In practice, this means you're paying way more for tokens and significantly increasing the opportunity for hallucination and error. So let me explain what's going on really with spreadsheets and large language models. And then I'll explain why Excel behaves the way it does and why that makes it fundamentally the wrong tool for serious analytics work with large language models. So here I've grabbed an Excel file from a project that I'm working on. I'm going to rename the file extension from XLSX to zip. So far so good, nothing's changed, but now I can unzip this file and show you something interesting. To do this, I'm going to jump into the terminal because that's where I feel more comfortable, and I'll run an unzip command over that file. So there you go. So what you see now is a folder structure with XML files, relationship files, shared strings, styles, and then the actual sheet data. Microsoft introduced this format in 2007, which, if you're old enough to remember, was when XLS became XLSX. It's called OpenOffice XML, and it's now an international standard. So your Excel file is actually a whole bunch of files with different use cases. The relationship files are like a map that tells Excel how to piece the content together. The worksheets folder is where your actual data lives. Each sheet is its own XML file. So sheet 1 XML, sheet 2 XML, and so on. So your one Excel file is actually a whole bunch of files with different uses. The relationship files are like a map that tells Excel how all the pieces connect. The worksheets folder is where your actual data lives, and each sheet is its own XML file. The shared strings file is the quirky part, because Excel doesn't actually store text directly in the cell. It stores an index number pointing to this shared strings file. So if you type revenue in 500 cells, it only stores the word revenue once. But this is also why Excel can behave unexpectedly when you manipulate files programmatically. And then you've got the styles file, which includes every bit of formatting, the fonts, the colors, the borders, etc. So why does all this matter? Well, Excel is really convenient for humans, but it's terrible for AI because the AI needs to do a lot of work to get the key insights. When you look inside that XLSS, which is actually a zip, you can see that the data and presentation are completely tangled together.